This is Confessions number 37, and welcome to the Bastards Council. We got a little jam going on over here. So, yeah, we don't really have much to talk about this week. We don't have any special guests. So what we're going to talk about is hair. Watch it. Hopefully you like it. Remember to comment on YouTube. Find us on SoundCloud and iTunes. All that other good shit. Anyways, hope you enjoy this one. So no Ivy this week.
No Ivy this week.
No Ivy this week.
What happened to Ivy?
Aliens.
Couldn't make it. It's too late.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What do you mean aliens?
He posted a video, man.
He did post a video. What was that about again?
He said we're not alone, and he starts screaming.
I was gonna write, you got mental problems, dude. Because
he's in the middle of an abduction or something.
He's watching something on TV where they say something about that there's all these planets or all these stars, and that if there's, obviously there's got to be planets that can sustain life. So there's a possibility that we're not alone. All of a sudden, he's just yelling, "We're not alone!" I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
He has the best screams. Like,
oh my God, we're not alone!
And that's why he's not here today.
Fuck. Who? Movie characters.
Like Joker?
No, like Samuel L. Jackson has his laugh. Ivy has his signature scream, almost his signature laugh. It's fantastic. I wish I had a laugh like that. I have the but it's not like that.
Yeah.
Mine's forced.
Yeah. No, his is real.
His is real.
And he's really not here.
I still remember.
You're playing with his man. Give me this.
Heavy
Thing. He
MTL.
always sticks this on something.
You were grabbing, I think it was Lulu's face.
Oh yeah.
He must have.
And you were just laughing insanely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Cut your head off! I don't remember what the fuck you were saying. I think you were doing that laugh.
Yeah, I do remember that. She was so Lulu. So I was just like, all right, I might as well go and do my thing. And I like doing that type of thing. It was the Joker because the movie was being talked about, Suicide Squad.
It sucked.
It did.
I didn't see it.
one of these assholes.
Fucking guy.
Give it the old Brajul, I suppose. 5 Brajouls on 5, if you will.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. It's real good. And
real good. Real fucking good.
I decided I have a better Joker laugh than Jared Leto. His was stupid. His was like he was dying and gasping for air. However, mine, that's real. That's from the gut. But it's forced, and you can tell Ivy's is real. It's like, if I were to hear that in the middle of the night, I'd be terrified.
I have better Joker elbows than he does.
What the fuck is a Joker elbow?
Yeah, what
These right here, dude.
I know what an elbow is.
But these are Joker elbows, dude.
Okay.
What about your knees?
No.
You got Harley Quinn?
Like Hobgoblin knees kind of thing, maybe, but no. Definitely not Joker knees.
So, you decided...
Yes.
We were watching Game of Thrones, the finale.
We were.
Tame of Groans.
And... So, it was like a couple of seconds before it started.
A couple of seconds.
We made it right on time.
So Armen and Annie walk in, and I'm already watching the TV, and Armen just passes by. I just give him the knuckles. I don't even look at him in the face. Just passes by. Annie, I'm like, hey, knuckles. She sits down. They sit down. I don't remember when it was. It must have been in the middle of the show or something. I just look at everybody watching the show, and I see Armen turns his head. And he turns back. As I look at him, he turns his head back to the TV. And I'm like, whoa, turn your head around. Turn your head. And he's like,
I turned my head.
And I'm like, when did you do that? So, yeah, you joined the
Load Era crew.
You did. I mean, now Ivy has another one. You're short-haired now.
Yeah.
Well, Armen had to bring balance to the force.
I get it. I understand.
We're the 2 long-haired guys. Now we got the 2 short.
And we threatened it last year.
We did. But
pussied out.
You know what? When we're going to do this, we're going to do it together. And we're all about go big or go home.
Mm-hmm.
You got to hold hands, right?
No.
Yes.
We're going to
We're going to hold dicks.
Oh. Dick lock.
Yeah, man.
Dick lock.
Forever in peace.
Not forever, dude. Just during the haircut. Take it easy.
Anyways, that's not happening anytime soon.
We don't know if it will because we won't tell you because that's fucking stupid.
I didn't tell anybody.
I got blacklisted by Nick when I said that. I remember we were at Piranha And I was like, okay, after Wildwood, I'm cutting my hair. I'm fed up of it. And to an extent, I'm still fed up of having long hair.
But that was last year.
That was last year. To an extent, I'm still fed up of having long hair. I just... It's a part of my it's a part of my personality now. It's like it defines me, you know. It's part of my life.
Right.
And I was like, all right, after Wildwood, I'm cutting it. I can't fucking wait. I get to there, and I had it all set up. I had an appointment to get my hair cut. I even asked like if they can donate the hair because I was all about that. I still am. And we go to Piranha. Nick buys me and Johnno a drink, and I was like, it's like to a good night. And then I was like, yeah, to last night of long hair. And then Nick just like gave me like a shooting look, like duh, you know. And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you last night of long hair? And I explained to it, and he's like, no, don't you fucking do that. No. He goes like,
I never saw Nick give so much shit.
He gave me shit
the entire night.
The entire night. And he's like, I'm fucking blacklisting you if you cut your hair. And I was like, but what the hell, man? It's just hair. And then Val was all like,
I've given that speech too. I mean, you know.
But you know, it's funny because like we were talking with like there was a band from Texas. They were asking us like where was like I don't know. I think it was they were asking us where we could find a strip joint in Montreal or something, or like take your
fuck
pick,
are they blind?
Just go any direction. At the time, Super Sex didn't close down. It was like right there. You know?
I think I remember that.
Yeah. Anyway, and then like out of nowhere, Nick just comes back again. You're not fucking cutting your hair tomorrow.
Yeah, he gave me a lot of shit at the end of the night because he was pissed drunk. He leveled me. He's like, dude, for real, man, you're like one of the few young guys.
See, that's the
who
thing.
Gets it, you know, I was like, fuck, man. And then, like, I don't really care to be blacklisted. I mean, just my friend shows. He's not gonna like say no. He'd just be upset that I was like one of the young.
Not gonna blacklist you. He's just
but
gonna blacklist
like,
you.
Shit,
you know?
I didn't realize my hair meant a lot to other people. I was like, I'll fucking keep it. It's the only way. It's the only
He
thing.
pretty
I know.
much convinced you. I think if he just bitched you out for 2 minutes, you would have probably still done it. The fact it went on the entire time we were at Piranha,
yeah.
like,
and he messaged me the next day to apologize. Like, I didn't mean to. It was just like, you know, man.
Like, fuck you, man! I canceled my appointment already.
It's like long hair for life. I was like, man, I didn't do it, man.
Because we still have phones like
got
that
into my
now,
head,
you know.
Val was all like, at one point she's like, I've always said you should be the guitarist in Leather Up Your Ass. But you wouldn't be that if you had long hair. I was like, what are you talking about? You're gonna get rid
short
of
hair, you mean?
Yeah, if I had short hair. She's like, you wouldn't be that if you had short hair. I was like, first off, the only other way that's gonna happen is if Armen leaves, and that's not happening. It's his band. Second, I don't want to join Leather Up Your Ass. And third, well, if it's just my hair that you want, there's no reason for me to be here. I was like, what the hell? Well, Val, I love you. But yeah, so you cut your hair.
Yes.
How's it feel?
Fucking amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it was
liberating.
Yeah, man. And then I'll tell you what, got up this morning, like I usually do. I went to get ready for work, right? I dread a shower in the morning. My whole last 17 years, because that 30 minutes it'll take in that shower, I'd rather be sleeping. This time, I was like, I'll take a fucking shower. I took a shower. I shaved. I fixed whatever's left of the hair on my head, and I was getting dressed, and I didn't like plan this out or like put my socks, my shirt, and all that shit. I had to dig for all that stuff and get it off my bed that I threw all my laundry on the night before. And when I was done, I looked at my watch. Said, "Fuck, that was under 20 minutes, man." 20 minutes was me getting the tangles out of my hair and conditioning like those Vidal Sassoon commercials and shit.
Trust me, I know.
I don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, but
in a year, I'm getting back like 7 fucking weeks of what I was wasting on this thing. And now I don't need to. They always tell you, you shouldn't tie your hair when you sleep. I'm like, yeah, if I don't do that, I'll die.
They don't say that. I say that.
You say that. My wife says that. Donald fucking tells me that.
My sister told me that because
I'm like a fucking Medusa, man. If you leave that, it'll kill you at night. Okay, so I can't fucking.
No, dude, when you do, okay, look, I'll show you how you had to sleep. You don't untie your hair and just fall asleep like this. Of course, when you try to move, you're gonna get stuck. And
So you want to fan it out.
You want to fan it out.
That's what I do.
And then you're gonna turn once, and it's in your fucking face. Turn again, and I can't sleep with hair.
I whip my hair. I had turn around.
You think that I don't know how to sleep with my hair untied?
I don't know, dude.
I'm telling you, it's fucking miserable. I don't have to worry about that anymore anyway. This I'll never have to fucking do that again.
Well, anyways, I do
the peacock. What do you want to call it?
Man, the palm tree of love.
Whatever the case, I ain't doing that anymore.
Look,
You know, and then one hairstyle, just fucking one, for 17 years in a ponytail.
It was great.
I only untie it at shows, my own shows. When I was younger, I would untie it at my favorite band's gigs and bang my head off. But I've been noticing 5 last years, I've seen Slayer a bunch of times, I've seen Metallica a bunch of times, I've seen Exodus, all my headbanging bands a bunch of times. And I watched them with my hair tied, and I'm still whipping my head around, but I don't want to untie my hair because of the headache of what it turns into. I don't have luscious, beautiful, flowing hair like you guys,
Give
man.
me a head with hair.
I'm like,
Long, beautiful hair.
I'm like on Slash's realm with his hair. You know what I mean? So
wait, you said 17 years. So that means when I met you, you had short hair?
January 2000, I cut my hair.
Right.
And I had long hair right before. I had long hair before
That's
that.
a new millennium.
Look at
right
this.
there.
Look at this. Okay. You met me, and I met you in '99.
Yeah, usually that happens at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, obviously. And I remember, like,
If I met you right this instant, I wouldn't know who you are.
the next time that we met, because it was like the end, I think it was at the Typo Negative show or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Typo Negative. So then I remember being at Foof's because in December, I had shaved my head. And I remember being like, what a stupid idea. Everything is cold.
Yeah, I remember when he said that.
Okay, go.
So wait, so then I remember being at Foof's. I might have been for Nevermore, Arch
Enemy.
Yeah, it
Yes,
had to be
that's
that
the
show.
first show that I was at.
yeah.
Excuse me, it's Arch Enemy.
Whatever.
I'm fucking with you. It's Arch
Anyways,
Enemy.
But you know what's funny? But just a
It was
little
the
side
real
story,
Arch Enemy,
A little side
though.
story. I can remember every band back in that time, like the date, like not exactly the date, but the month,
The
and
time,
year.
the era, yeah.
You know, nowadays you ask me, when was the last time you saw Creator? I'll be looking at you with a blank look, and I might have seen them last year or 6 months ago. I'll be like, I don't know. But anyway, so back to the story. So I remember being at Foof's, sitting downstairs. I still remember where we were. I was like with Mary and Antoinette or whatever.
I came with Tim.
And you came with Tim. And I'm looking, and I'm like, Armen cut his hair. But before I even said anything, Armen sees me. He's like, hey, cut your hair. And he walks away. I'm like, yeah, I did. But did he have long hair?
Yeah, I had long hair right before
I
that.
want to put something
and I
in
cut
perspective
it.
for you guys.
Oh, but wait, 1 second. When I regrew my hair after, my sister told me, that's what she told me, don't tie your hair when you go to sleep. Also, she told me, stop using these garbage shampoos. You got to start using, like, don't use 2-in-1s. Use this, whatever. Anyways, long story short, that's why I got this hair.
I don't have to fucking wear. I did all of that.
Anyways.
And I'm sick of it.
Anyways, it's all
Put something in perspective. You last cut your hair January 2000.
Yeah.
I was 10 years old.
Yeah, that's why you have no reason to cut your fucking hair right now. You should be playing in a band, whipping that shit around, getting all these. Oh, well, you're taken now, so you can't get. You can still make all the chicks crazy, nonetheless, and you should be doing that.
Fuck playing music.
I did that, man.
Flipping music.
I've been there, done that.
Now let's
Stadiums, fucking.
get serious here, okay?
For a minute.
What the
For a
fuck?
minute.
I want sunglasses.
No, you're not getting serious.
You got your glasses.
I think whatever
Wait,
you
wait.
did to your
Hold
own
on a
hair,
second.
I think
Now
whatever
we're
you
serious.
did to your own hair is fantastic, and I'm glad because you're the guy in the scene. You're the top echelon. You're that fucking dude,
this.
all right? And you cut your hair. Now the rest of the other guys are gonna be like,
This motherfucker.
no.
Oh.
They're gonna be like, maybe I should let it go too, you know?
No.
Because it's
Ivy should
Well,
have been
I
the
had
catalyst.
practice with both my bands on Tuesday, right?
Wait,
And-
Armen, I just want one thing. I just got one thing to say. How the fuck do you see in this?
Oh,
well, dude.
I do this.
It's not how the fuck
It's
you
pretty
see in this.
fuck.
It's
Like
there's
this.
different angles. For
I
different
get
guys.
it.
Doesn't mean you're
I get
more
it.
blind.
Anyways, you have your band practice.
Yeah, and at band practice, there were some quiet people. Let's just say, you know, and I was like, "What's up, man?" You know, and they're like, "You
Wait,
cut it."
Who was the one with the biggest reaction?
The biggest reaction would have to be the smallest reaction, right?
Okay,
the
well,
one that,
the one that
you
was
know,
like the most disappointed, let's say.
If I had to say who looked the most disappointed, definitely
Liam.
Mike. No,
Mike?
fuck no. Liam was more
Really?
like you know, he's like, "Hey, it's weird looking at you with short hair. Man.
I could see
It's cool.
him saying that.
It's cool, but it's weird. It's
cool,
you know?
it's cool.
But Mike was like, "Oh, so you did it." You know, it was almost like if I killed somebody, and he was like not proud of me for doing it. He's like, "So you did it," you know. And my brother, I'd spoken to him a lot. But I was like, I was gonna cut it before Wildwood. For fuck's sake, I just didn't get around to it.
You had spoken to me about it last year when I made it known that I wanted to cut my hair too, and you're like, you had said when I'm doing it, I'm not telling anybody.
Look, I always like, I was like, I can't do it as long as I'm in bands. You know what I mean? But I think it's gonna be hard, you know. But I watched Metallica twice this summer, within a week, and I saw Hetfield really fucking pull it off. He doesn't have long hair. I seen Kerry King doing it with a shaved head since he shaved it, which is the mid '90s. You know what I mean?
So it was right after Divine Intervention.
Yeah, like Phil Anselmo is one of my fucking idols also, and he's had. For more periods of time, he's had a shaved head against that. You know,
that also suited his badass look, though.
Well, and then when Newsted cut his hair, when I first saw him walk at the awards, and I was like, "What the fuck did he do?" Because there was no internet at that time. I was like, "Metallica's gonna play at the awards. We knew what song are they gonna play. There's gonna be something off the Black Album. They played Wherever I May Roam, but he showed up with a kind of a mohawk shaved head thing.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What the fuck? He's the helicopter." Headbanging guy. I based my headbanging on that dude. You know what I mean?
It's funny, so did I.
But when he played, I didn't think it was bad at all. I was like, well, he looks like still looks fucking badass. You know,
being a very animated person on stage in my time playing music, I realized seeing other bands on tour and stuff that they relied on their long hair to put on a show instead of actually putting on a show. And I know that when I was, a little more chunkier, that when I got tired on stage, I would rely on headbanging as I'm actually doing something when I really wasn't. Just doing this the entire time is easier than actually giving someone what they want.
It's funny you say this.
Why?
Back when, you remember my old band, before Void Within was Falter. Actually, we'll even go with Void Within. So I remember telling because Gino had short hair and Rick had short hair, and I was like, guys, you should grow your hair, because first of all, Gino at the time really didn't move at all, and he used to play his bass really high. And I'm
Nipple
you gotta lower that bass. I told him, you gotta lower it. I know it's hard for you to get adjusted to it, but you'll eventually, so lower it. And I said, grow your hair, because even if you're not moving that much, the fact you're going like this, it looks like there's more shit going on. And so that was one thing, I told them that, I don't know, it was just something that I noticed that I guess bands do, even though I was not like that. You know this. I always used to move a lot. I would get off the stage.
My brother told me, he said, dude, and I know this because I think this about him. He goes, guys like us, he said, it was never the hair anyway, man.
No, it wasn't.
He says it's the confidence in how you perform. Exactly. It was you have that. I have it. He's like, we have that. We don't need
the hair.
It adds to it, but you still, and it's fucking right, man. I got body language, baby.
Yeah, because I remember when there were technical difficulties, I would hide behind my hair. I would just put it in front of my face and pretend like nothing was wrong. When I realized that I was doing that, I would, most of the time when I was putting on a really fantastic show, it wasn't because I was headbanging. That was something I did because the other guys were doing it in sync. I was like, fuck, now I have to do it. Because my favorite guitarist, looking at them, none of them ever headbanged. Slash doesn't headbang. Sister Gates doesn't headbang. Most of my favorite musicians, even just in a live setting, didn't headbang. You had the Jason Newsted, which I loved. You had Dimebag, but Dimebag didn't do it all the time I did. The people I see a lot of bands today.
Fuck that, man. I'm not gonna go back on the reason why I kept my hair for that long. It is a million times cooler when you have long hair on fucking stage. But I'm going to have to do it without that now. It's not a problem. I'll tell you this. My band is nothing but a tiny thing. But one of our trademarks has always been mine and Donald's headbanging.
Sure.
It's monstrous. It's amazing. We've been doing it from the day the band had started. And in the beginning, people came and told, man, you guys headbang a hell of a fucking lot. You know that? Yeah. So now that's gone on my side of the stage. So I'm going to have to... We'll see. There's a show coming.
Move a lot anyway, without the headbanging.
Headbanging, you can do it without long hair.
But I mean, there's an aspect of my show that I don't have anymore, which was something I did fucking well. You know what I mean?
Look, when I first started, I thought I would put on a great show because I would headbang a lot. But then when I got better, many shows later, and I would look at those first shows, I'm like, all it was really doing in those early shows was headbanging.
Yeah.
Like there was no like like you said, it looked like I'm looking for my keys or some shit.
There was no assault. It was
There was
just
no assault.
headbanging.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I saw a band, I think they're called Candy Harlots. They're from the 90s. A glam band that was in the 90s that wasn't making it very big. But they had some of the coolest live videos I've seen because they were all at the front of the stage. And I'm not talking behind the fucking monitors. They were at the front, just like going at it hard. Forget headbanging. They were like really engaging with the crowd. And
Right.
when I realized that, I was like, I'm not engaging. I'm just headbanging. I'm just making it visually cool. When I started doing that, it looked fucking amazing. It was really something different. Something that the city doesn't have. Because I see a lot of metal bands in the city or even around the world do that fucking crab thing, the crab headbang where you're going
I know what
dropping
you're
down.
talking about. Yeah.
And it's like it's synchronized too. Yeah, it looks cool, but everyone's doing it. And there's no one that's standing out engaging, I think, with the crowd.
Yeah. That's one thing that like you can tell with especially like the older bands, like just look at Guns N' Roses, right?
Yeah.
How much like Slash is not like a headbanger or anybody.
Never
Always
been.
had a hat.
No, yeah, I know, but what I mean is like his presence alone is entertaining.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No,
And
no.
like looking at the way he looks at people,
It's engaging.
He, like pretends like he's a god sometimes when he plays.
tell
and, like,
you,
all
though.
that shit. But
In my opinion, I feel bad for anybody who sees Slayer today because Tom Araya doesn't headbang anymore.
Fair enough.
You know, go on YouTube and watch. Even right after Cliff died, check with Jason in '86. There's a show in Quebec. The whole show is there. It's a 1987 show of the Master Tour. And look how James looks when he's banging his head at a song like
violent.
Damage Inc. Okay, and now there's no way you can tell me that a headbanging thrasher on stage with his hair going and good headbangers, not. There's a lot of shitty ones out there, but like Tom Morello was one of the best. Like he has a signature side to side whipping the mop thing that he does, and he did it as fast as the song went and on beat all the
Gary
time.
Holt?
You know, Gary Holt has a spastic headbang. His is the best.
The older shows he did the spastic even more, but it was like
Well, think about
You know?
it. Yeah,
So-
Tom Araya has the injured neck now. He can't do it anymore. So see, that type of thing is violent. But I think
didn't James also get an injured neck? Didn't he?
Sure, and that case, I'm still
Yeah, a
gonna
lot of
bang
these
my head
thrash
like
guys.
a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Thrash guys got
yeah,
like,
man, it's every night for 20, 30 years it gets to you. And I mean, I think at the end of the day, dude, if anyone's giving you shit, it's probably because you moved on. You're
Who's giving me shit?
no one's giving you shit.
no. If anyone does eventually give you shit, because
I'm
you're
sure-
gonna see one guy who's like, oh my god,
guitarist was the best is George. He comes up and he's like, "Hey, dude, man, I'm thinking of doing it all the time, man." You know? And I was like, "Yeah." He goes,
Listen,
"Fuck."
you guys are 10 years older than I am, and your wife says this all the time. It's like, all right, before you like a year ago, she's like, it's time for you guys to fucking cut your hair, okay? You're not in your 20s anymore. And then she said, the only person who has an excuse is Vin because he's not even 30 yet. But
He has to keep throwing that in our.
He has to keep throwing
What the
that.
fuck?
You know what? We should end this podcast.
I'm thinking
It's
I'm
over.
going
It's
to-
over.
I'm gonna say one
It's
thing.
finished.
Final confessions.
Yeah, final time for final fucking confessions. Go.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
went
You
go
knocked my
and this
fucking
fell
guy
forward.
over, dude. The
just
fuck?
good.
Anyways, it's all good.
He's got the whole
ahead.
weight of the coke.
Confession. Final.
Confession. Final.
You can take this one, John. I'll join you in a second.
Well, I'm not cutting my hair anytime soon. But you, Armen, you brought balance to the force. I don't really have anything really to say except for next.
Level.
Next.
Level.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. Cut your hair if you're going bald, man. I'll tell you that. And don't cut your hair if you're like Vin or like John, and you don't have to cut your fucking hair. So,
Are you done?
no, I think
You done? Is it okay? It's good.
You done? You good?
I miss you, Ivy.
Miss you, Ivy, too.
We all miss you, Ivy.
All right, so for my final confession, I'm going to say, what do you think of the new fucking logo? Fuck you, because you're not paying attention right now.
Playing attention.
Playing attention. Also, you cut your hair, personal decision. That's cool. I don't think of you any differently. It's long hair.
I think I
just
look
fucking
fucking
hair.
amazing.
Fucking hair.
Just fucking
I don't
hair.
think you need hair to headbang. I don't think you need hair to play music or metal or anything.
But
that.
I still say it's a
And
nice tool to have.
Yeah, it's a nice tool to have. So is a guitar pick, but if you want a finger pick, go right ahead. And I think a lot of people are gonna see you as you've moved on and you're grown up now, and they're still where they are.
The fuck, a haircut don't mean you're growing up.
Listen, dude, just fucking
It
shave your
means
head.
fast
shave your-
showers.
Shave your head like fucking
Fast
Carrie
fucking
King.
showers.
That's it.
You're grown up, man. You have a house, wife, kid. You're grown up now, and I think that's about it for me.
I think what you're saying, I did all the grown-up stuff already. I can go
did?
right back to being a
He
dumbass.
has
You,
one more thing to
unfortunately, at some point have to do the grown-up stuff. I already
will.
did that.
Eventually.
So-
I guess that leaves me with only a couple of words to say. And how does that go again?
I'm not sure.
Oh shit! I think it starts with the letter S.
I think so.
Or
Oh
C.
yes, I remember now.
See ya! Motherfucker!
Shut up!